In 1903, the initial stage of the Simonstown Dockyard development was started, and the first tidal basin was opened in 1910. Up until 1939, passing trade increased, but no extensive ship repair was done. However, during the Second World War, the greatest shipbuilding and repairing force ever created in Africa was built up. The number of people employed increased from 500 at the beginning of the war to 5,500 by VE Day. Planning for the expansion of Simonstown Harbour after Britain's withdrawal in 1957 culminated in a scheme for the provision of two new tidal basins: a small inner basin to cater for submarines and small naval vessels, and a more extensive outer basin for larger vessels. From the late 50s through to the early 70s, foreign warships were frequent visitors, usually requiring repair or maintenance. Simonstown became known for its high standard of workmanship, comparable and often better than other similar-sized dockyards elsewhere in the world. The Selborne graving dock can take ships up to 25,000 tons, and the largest ship it has held was a 22,300-ton SS Stratford. The dock is 240 meters in length and 29 meters wide, and holds 100 million liters of water. It was built with imported stone from Scandinavia and took 2 years to construct, working night and day. Most ships brought into dry dock paint their crest on the dry dock walls, and traditionally they restore the adjacent crests as well. Construction of a synchro lift, the first in the southern hemisphere, was carried out during the period 1970-71. With the acquisition of submarines, the South African Navy was faced with the need to provide docking facilities to cater for the frequent maintenance checks as well as exceptionally lengthy overhauls at regular intervals. A ship to be docked is floated onto a multi-wheeled cradle, which runs on longitudinal rails located on the steel platform. The platform is lifted and lowered by means of synchronized electric hoists. The platform is 60 meters long and 15 meters wide, and the 22 hoists can lift a 1,500-ton vessel out of the water. In the raised position, the platform rails line up with rails located on the concrete deck, and the vessel can then be transferred from the platform to a carriage which operates in a transverse direction, and in turn transfers the vessel to one of the repair areas. Today, the dockyard consists of two major departments, production and programming, under the authority of the officer commanding. These are supported by smaller departments, such as the Dockyard Supply Organization, the library, and personnel. The programming department comprises the planning and drawing officers, which are responsible for accepting, planning, and scheduling work in relation to the availability of men, machines, and material resources. The production department consists of the various workshops which are responsible for physically doing the work. In practice, they all work as a closely coordinated team with interaction at all levels. The Dockyard Machine Shop is probably one of the largest in southern Africa. The range of work that it can carry out is adequate to cover the requirements of any conventional ship repair. The work centre houses lathes that can accept jobs up to 3,66 meters in diameter, and the propeller shaft lathe can machine shafts up to 20 meters in length. A honing machine can take components ranging in bore size from 50 millimeters to 900 millimeters, and a boring machine can handle work up to 3 meters in diameter. Numerous gear cutting machines, surface grinders, electro-spark eroders, wheel and matrix grinders, and presses are used here. A computer-operated lathe can turn out small components at a rate of 2 minutes per item. The internal combustion engine, or ICE shop, is a repair center for the diesel engines and associated equipment, ranging from 7 horsepower to 3,000 horsepower. The shop will repair and calibrate fuel injection pumps, injectors, and engine speed governors. After major repairs have been done on an internal combustion engine, it is placed in the test house and run under varying conditions of load to ensure that it meets specified design parameters. The men who operate the test equipment usually have to have considerable training, as they are required to interpret the various readings taken and make the necessary adjustments. In the heavy plate shop, metalwork of a structural nature is fabricated. As its name implies, the shop can handle varying thicknesses of material from 6 to 10 millimeters. It is equipped with plate welding, forming machinery, burning and cutting gear. Items of a structural nature are manufactured here, such as prefabricated sections, masts, flight decks, hangars, and sections of ships' hulls. Overhaul and repair of electric motors, generators and starters are carried out in the main electrical shop. They may vary in size from fractional horsepower motors up to large main propulsion motors for submarines. Its subsidiary sections are engraving and the test bay where the motors are balanced and tested after overhaul. By its name, the electronic complex implies that here all radio, radar, and various other electronic equipment associated with radio and weapons are overhauled and repaired. The field covered is vast and can handle most electronic associated equipment in modern naval defense and attack systems. All ordnance currently used in the Navy are overhauled and maintained in the gun shop. The weapons vary from machine guns to 112mm multiple turrets. The shop also repairs and maintains the associated fire control system and ammunition handling systems. Underwater weapon systems are also catered for. The dockyard has excellent undercover submarine repair facilities. It is equipped with workshops which can handle the complete refit of submarines and all the ancillary equipment. The main workshops in the dockyard are supported by smaller shops such as the foundry, which has 2 cast iron furnaces capable of producing up to 7 tons of molten metal at one time, and 6 induction furnaces for manufacturing non-ferrous casting. It can also make steel castings by the induction method of up to 1 ton, and at the present time the workshop has been modernized. In the boathouse, the repair of all wooden boats and the building of boats of a smaller nature takes place. The boathouse is also involved in the building of glass fiber boats, such as whalers and other glass fiber items for the Navy. The Voortrekker II was built here in record time in 1981. Riggers undertake the manufacture of rigging for all types of ships and the manufacture and repair of mooring cables and wires. The riggers maintain, lay, and repair moorings in the bay. They also manufacture and repair lifting strops and test crane and lifting appliances. The sailmaker shop is responsible for the manufacture and repair of sails used for small training craft, yachts, and dinghies. This shop supplies the canvas covers which are still needed on modern ships to protect them from the weather. The upholstery section for ships is closely associated with the sailmaker's shop. Furniture for use on board ship is made or repaired in the joiner's shop, which is also responsible for various types of insulation on bulkheads and deckheads. The joiner's work is allied with the polishing, wood machine, and upholsterer's shops. 6 tugs provide an essential service to the dockyard. These harbour craft vary in size from ocean-going tugs to small harbour diesel launches. They can handle ships of all sizes, and the larger tugs are equipped with modern up-to-date firefighting equipment and can be used for various types of salvage work and buoy laying. The pumping station, as its name implies, pumps water out of the graving dock. When the Selborne dock was built, the machinery was steam-driven, requiring 12 coal-fired boilers to operate it. In 1957, the pumps were electrified, which made it more efficient and more cost-effective. The dock can be flooded in 1.5 hours and emptied in under 5. The dockyard is equipped with excellent craneage facilities. A 50-ton crane is used over the dry dock, and a gooseneck crane, also with a 50-ton lifting capacity, operates on the west wall of the inner basin. The various berths are fitted with cranes lifting from 4 to 5 tons, and for general use there are 9 mobile cranes with a lifting capacity of 5 to 50 tons. The primary function of the generating station is to provide an electrical supply independent of outside sources if necessary. It will also convert the non-standard electrical requirements of ships in the harbour. Over the years, as the demands have increased, the station has been modernized and developed. The welfare of the men and workers is catered for at a very efficient first aid post run by a fully trained nursing sister, and the Dockyard Officers Club is housed in historically significant premises adjacent to the dockyard. In a recently renovated chapel, interdenominational church services are held during the lunch break. This only covers part of the dockyard facilities. It is still involved in an ongoing expansion program and has been continually modernized to cope with future naval developments.